If you've played Dead Rising for more than 5 seconds, you'll know that protagonist Frank West is a photojournalist. He's tipped off by an anonymous source who's theorized to be antagonist Carlito Keys about something strange happening in the fictional town of Willamette. He's taken into town via helicopter and is shown opening a briefcase, though we don't see what's inside. After being intercepted by the military, Frank's helicopter swerves out of the way and causes the briefcase full of unshown mysteries to fall overboard, never to be seen again. To this day, almost 20 years later, we have never seen the contents of this case. Until now.
I've covered wars, you know.
For years now, fans have pondered over what was inside this seemingly important briefcase despite only having 10 seconds of screen time. These theories include firearms, camera equipment, and even a blanket to cover the wars, you know. A few years ago, someone on Reddit claimed that their dad was friends with someone that was involved in the story department of the game. According to them, there was a cut mission where after the military arrives, Frank and Isabella attempt to sneak out of the front and past the military. There would then be a cutscene where the military find the case in the parking lot, and though the commenter doesn't remember what was inside of it, they believe it was just Frank's camera equipment. I also found 2 comments on later threads that clearly read the original comment and were relaying the same story. There's no evidence to this claim, however, so I just suggest that you take this story with a grain of salt, especially since the name of the guy in the story department is unknown, so there are no leads to follow and therefore no way to disprove it. Someone else commented that in the Wii port, Dead Rising Chop Till You Drop, Frank mentions that he had, and I quote, important shit in there or something. I couldn't find any information to verify this, however, and I watched the start of a gameplay video, but he doesn't say anything about the case after landing on the rooftop. I've not played the game, so I can't confirm nor deny that he says anything about the case, and I'm not sitting through 10 hours of gameplay to find out. I mean, I'll watch 20 plus hours of Billiam talking about the TV show Lost, but I draw the line at Chop Till You Drop. But surely there has to be something inside, right? I mean, we clearly see him open the case. So maybe there's a way we can look inside of it? When I was thinking about ways of getting around this, a thought crossed my mind. What if I can move the cutscene camera while the case is open? I decided to use the Watchdog Trainer's free camera, and this is what I found. Oh, well, I guess that does make sense. In case you're wondering, there is no inside of the case. What they did was place the game's cinematic camera at just the right angle where it gives the illusion of Frank opening the lid, whereas what's actually happening is he's just lifting the entire case. I even tried to push the camera inside of it, but it's just clear textures. The best look I got was in this shot here where the case falls into the parking lot. I moved the camera closer to where I could see inside, and sadly there's still no interior, but there's a texture of the inside. So I think it's safe to say that there was nothing in the briefcase the entire time, and Frank just forgot to pack it. Either that, or it was camera equipment, which is the more likely answer. I'll be honest, I was a little disappointed with the lack of answers I found, so just for fun, I decided to ask Google Gemini to see what fun lies it could come up with this time, and here is what it answered. What was inside Frank West's briefcase in the Dead Rising opening? Okay, this is a fantastic and incredibly detailed question. Okay, it's not that detailed, but whatever. Frank West's briefcase in Dead Rising is a masterpiece of practical effects and a huge part of the film's unsettling atmosphere. Hang on, the film? What film? I mean, I know there are 3 Dead Rising films, but nobody's talking about them. I mean, with that being said, I am planning on making a video about Dead Rising Watchtower and Endgame, but that's not the point of this video. It then states that the core contents of the briefcase are a collection of human teeth. This was the most significant and terrifying element. Frank West had meticulously collected hundreds of human teeth from various sources. Yeah, no shit, what are you talking about? What do you mean from various sources? What one person has hundreds of human teeth? What the fuck? And arranged them in a bizarre, almost ritualistic pattern. They were meticulously polished and arranged, creating a disturbing, unsettling display. A small antique music box. A beautifully crafted antique music box was nestled amongst the teeth. It played a haunting, melancholic melody. A single dried rose. A single dried rose was placed on top of the teeth. It was a symbol of death and decay. A small silver mirror. A small silver mirror was placed on top of the rose. Okay, so he's just stacking shit now. A small silver mirror was placed on top of the rose. It reflected the teeth and the rose, creating a distorted, unsettling image. Okay, so it's on top of the rose, which is on top of the teeth, but it's somehow reflecting the teeth. Did he put it upside down? Because if you put it upside down, you can't see it. It's upside down. It's facing inside the box. A small leather-bound notebook. This notebook contained a series of cryptid handwritten notes and sketches. These notes were the key to understanding Frank West's obsession and his twisted logic. In short, Frank West's Briefcase was a carefully constructed tableau of horror, designed to be both visually arresting and deeply unsettling, reflecting his twisted psyche. I don't know about you, but I think it's that. Or camera equipment. It's probably that one, actually. Bye!